Welcome back to the channel, guys. We got our hands on another project house, and we are beyond excited for this one. We bought it as is, and that means it comes with a lot of goodies. For example, check out the garage. We've got tools for days, and the garage isn't even half of it. There's a workshop down in the basement. Anyway, here's a quick walkthrough. Welcome to 1993. Let me know in the comment section what you would do to this house, or what design you would go with throughout the home. This house is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's roughly 4,000 square feet. So here we have 3 bedrooms on the main floor, split by 1 bathroom, and then of course there's also a master bath. All right, let's move on to the master. It's a good sized master, but I'm most excited to redo the bathroom. If you guys have any fun ideas what we should do in here, let me know. Alrighty, that covers the main floor. Let's head down. I honestly can't fully comprehend how much storage there is. Just wait, you'll see. Here's one storage room. All right, let's bounce over to the wood shop. Like I said earlier, tools for days. And if you look carefully, you'll notice another storage room. Look at all the goodies here. There's so many things to go through. Now that we're down in the basement, there's one more bedroom down here, another bathroom, and an unfinished bedroom as well. Check out that bath. Isn't that fun? Like I said, welcome to 1993. When you need help, you gotta ask. And I asked for help, and boy, did it pay off. We started going through the new house, and man, is there so much stuff. Just a quick reminder to follow my wife. We're gonna start by doing some sort of virtual garage sale. And of course, she's in charge of all the design stuff, so that's gonna be fun to follow too. There is so much of this China dishware stuff. And check this out. This is in the dinette. It's some sort of like gas burning lantern. And before you come at me about what this stuff is, remember, I was born in 1989. I don't know this stuff. So if you know what any of this stuff is, or if you think anybody can actually use this stuff, let me know in the comments. And for those that know the specialty tool stuff, I'm gonna need your help too. We just haven't gone through that stuff yet. A lot of old woodworking tools are in this stuff. All right, here, check this out. I know for a fact that this is older than the house. Check that out. Somebody's gotta want that, right? I mean, that's vintage. I found these in one of the closets. This has actually got alcohol in it. And I don't know what this is, but of course it's got alcohol in it. It looks like a genie bottle type thing. All right, so these next few clips are just kind of like older furniture that I think can probably be repurposed, but check this out. This thing is like mint. What year do you guys think this is? If any of you guys know this stuff or have any ideas on how we can repurpose this stuff, let me know in the comments. This is so cool. Oh, and I think I got to put this online, right? I mean, throw it on Craigslist or whatever. This is like $40 million in lumber, isn't it? In all seriousness, I think somebody could actually really use that. What a great night it's been, and such a beautiful sunset. Alrighty, now it's time to start some demo. Fun fact, I'm superstitious, so I don't break mirrors. With that being said, it's important to understand how these clips work. These bottom brackets here are actually fixed, but the top ones slide up and down. Do you believe in 7 years of bad luck if you break a mirror? All right, be honest. How many of you assume I'm going to break this right now? Perfect timing, Callan. Come on in here. I need a hand. I didn't break it, I promise. A couple episodes ago, I had a few questions on how to remove a vanity top. Perfect timing. Let's get it done. Start by loosening up and draining the P-trap. Make sure you have a bucket. It's going to drip water. Now we just got to disconnect the supply line. So shut the water off. Right above the shutoff, you're going to see this nut. Go ahead and remove those. Now the countertop itself is going to be held on by caulk and silicone. So take your knife, score it a few times, and get ready to pry it up. As you can see, this is just a single vanity, and we're going to make it a dual vanity. To continue some bathroom demo. Today, we're going to take care of this shower. This here is a 1-piece fiberglass surround. You're going to only need just a few tools to make this job a little easier. Before we get going too wild, let's take care of this faucet. This here is a Moen Shower, and what we got to do is start by taking off the handle, then find the 2 screws on the side and pop off the faceplate. That was easy enough. Now let's remove the drain. Just a couple screws remove this hair plate. I'm just going to use a channel locks here to turn this. All it is held on by a little bit of silicone. See, so far so good. Not even a little bit of a problem. Let's remove the shower head arm. Stick in a channel locks into the hole there and give it a little turn. Just remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay, we've held off long enough. Let's do some demo. So as I mentioned, this is a 1-piece. So that means that this little flange goes all the way around underneath this drywall. That means all we have to do is just cut this drywall back a little bit. And just remember, it's just drywall, nothing to be scared of. Now simply take a hammer and a pry bar and just start pulling it apart. It'll come in pieces just like this. Just remember, this is fiberglass, so wear safety glasses and gloves. So now I did the hard part, so now the hired hand has to clean up, right? Based on this clip, you can just about imagine how long it would take to clean that up. I'm only kidding. I love his help. He's great at it. What should we demo next? I often get asked how to change out these tub drains, so let's get after it. Some of these here just screw off, and other ones have a set screw that you need to take out. Then just get yourself a 3/4 inch wrench, set it in the drain just like this. Now get a screwdriver and turn it out. The question of the day: what should we do in this bathroom today? What's that? We're gonna take out that tub? Yeah. And how do you want to do that? Tools. Callan's not wrong. We're gonna need some tools. First thing we gotta locate is the plumbing. So we find that, and we gotta remove this part of the wall. Safety first. Safety glasses and a hard hat. Let's hit it. How much can you hit it? Hard. Now that we got that part removed, we can see all the plumbing and the supply lines. We got to be careful with those. This is going to take a lot of work and a very big hammer. Can you tell me what you want to do with this brand new house? Demo it, and then we throw it in the dumpster, and then we don't have to finish it. Then we have to finish it? No. Oh, Then we're just gonna live in a demoed house? All right, give me a thumbs up. Actually get the tub out of this little hole. Anyone that actually wants to tackle this job, just know that it only actually took about 2 hours to get it free. Of course, it was 2 hours of pretty hard labor, and Callan had a little bit of fun with it, whipping things around. But I got to spend it with the family, and we had some pretty good learning lessons, so it was okay. What's the plan with this thing? Hey, don't do that. What's the plan with this thing?
We put it in the dumpster.
In the dumpster? Are you going to throw it in the dumpster?
No, that's too big.
As you can see, it's about 5 feet tall, but it's actually about 24 inches deep, so it wasn't too difficult to navigate through the house. As you can see, the dumpster's almost full. I think we got about 2 more days, and we'll have to get this one swapped out. I should be able to get the rest of this bathroom gutted tonight, so you'll be able to see that in the next video. In the next video tonight, I'm also going to address the issues that you guys had with me removing the bathroom faucet. What do you need to get the fly swatter for what?
For dust.
What are you going to do with the dust and the fly swatter? How are you going to do that?
We put it like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Got it.
There's one spawn in the hole.
What are you going to do about that?
But you have to get it.
Why do I have to get it?
Because it's really far down.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you.
You'll show me?
Yeah. In there.
Oh, look at that. There it is. Is it going to stay there forever?
No.
Who's going to get it?
You.
I'm going to show you how to remove a light fixture today. One of our friends here on Instagram saw this light fixture in my video, so I'm taking it down, and tomorrow I'll send it to Michigan. Later in this video, we're going to use this mini jackhammer as well. But first, let's get to removing that light fixture. Start by removing the decorative cover. This will reveal the wire nuts. Those need to be removed. Now, once they've all been removed and released, you can pull it straight out. Now that we have it disconnected, now we have to remove the bracket. And it's just 2 screws on either side of this outlet box. Wait until you see what it looks like after I got this thing all cleaned up and outside on the deck. Wow. I just couldn't stomach throwing that thing away. I'm so glad it's going to a good home and someone will appreciate it. All right, now let's get to having some more fun. We're going to destroy some more stuff. Eyes and ears, everyone. Let's get after it. This here is a Milwaukee Rotary hammer. This bad boy is capable of drilling some pretty big holes into concrete. But for me, it's going to be a demo hammer. This little chipper bit that I put on here removes these tiles like it's nothing. I think we'll jump fully into this job tomorrow. But I just had to come over here on a Sunday afternoon to give it a try, right? Today, we're going to tackle removing this drop ceiling. And I'm also going to show you what can sometimes be hidden above those ceilings. As you can see right there, we're also going to have to remove a couple ceiling fans. I want you to tell me, Callan, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A baseball gamer.
What's your favorite thing to do when we're working on the house? Say demo.
Demo.
The ceiling tiles themselves can lift up and kind of weasel their way out, but when you got to take down these metal brackets, you can get aggressive with it. Now let's take a couple quick steps to drop down this ceiling fan. The piece that covers the light bulb is called a globe, and it's usually just a twist screw there. Now for easier handling purposes, remove the blades. After that's all out of the way, now it's just a couple half-inch nuts that need to be removed. Of course, when that's out of the way, it's going to reveal all the electrical. Be sure to always respect electrical and make sure the power's off. Remove those wire nuts and give it a tug. There, you did it. Nice job. Now it's just going to reveal a box that you can put up any kind of light now. As I mentioned, you can hide things up above these ceilings, and well, this is what I found. Instead of fixing leaks, you can just put up an ice cream bucket. Don't get me wrong, I like ice cream. I just don't like it in my ceiling. As you can see, this bucket is dry, so there's not a real issue here. It must have been just a wax ring that needed to be replaced. But it is definitely something to keep in mind when you're looking at buying a house. Have you guys ever considered taking out a wall? This day and age, everything is about open concept. And you can see this wall just didn't make sense, so it's gotta go. Now, everybody's house is a little bit different, and they're all set up a little bit different, so you can't just start removing any wall you want. But we know this wall is not load bearing, so it can go. And look at the difference that it made by opening that up. Here's a clip from the other angle. It just makes it feel so much brighter in this house. Today we're going to talk about the Milwaukee Pro Press. It's a tool that hydraulically connects 2 copper pipes together. Anyway, the Pro Press costs thousands of dollars. So instead of showing you the Pro Press, I'm going to show you the amateur squeeze. Okay, yeah, that was a terrible joke. I apologize. Okay, all jokes aside, I'm going to show you the PEX crimping tool. It's much more affordable and super easy to work with. So my situation here is I had to cut these shutoffs so I can get the vanity out. I rather work with PEX than copper, so we're going to put these out. So I just soldered on that connection that receives the PEX. Now I simply put a crimp ring on and I just squeeze it. And just like that, it's done. It's easy. Way to go. We are expert plumbers. Today we're working on the exterior of this home, getting it ready to sell before the winter hits. Landscaping needs a lot of work, and then this siding is super dirty, so we got to power wash it. I'll show you the setup I have and the end result. Plus, this is just super satisfying. It was a perfect 65 degrees and not a cloud in the sky. Vinyl siding, you don't want a lot of pressure, so you want to test it out with the different tips that come with your pressure washer. The majority of you on our Instagram poll said you don't like the white fence for curb appeal, so this is how we get rid of it. a Sawzall. They legitimately concreted these posts into the ground. I'm pretty sure that fence would have stopped a car from running into the house. In addition to cleaning the vinyl siding, we also need to take care of this on the gutters. So these gutters are actually metal, so I used a finer tip, and it works so well. Right above the deck here, it took about 10 minutes. Here's the pressure washer I have. You can screenshot this, or you can go to my Amazon and check out the ones that I've saved on there. Now what we need to do is we need to take care of all these bushes. You don't want to have overgrown bushes. That's not good. And here's what it looks like now. It's not finished, but all I used was a spade shovel. We'll finish cleaning up the rock area, and we're going to add a few fall flowers. Oh, and look at the siding here. Gosh, it looks so much better. Perfectly clean. We have to demo the kitchen, so we're going to start by getting rid of the appliances. Overall, that's not too difficult, but here for the example, we have a gas range, so we have to shut the gas off and we have to disconnect the gas line. Now that the gas is off, we're just going to get 2 big wrenches. We're going to get one on the bottom nut, one on the top nut, and turn it off. These are hopefully pretty tight, so you're going to need a little bit of muscle. Now, let's jump over to the dishwasher. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out where it's connected underneath the countertop. It's typically just 2 little screws there, and then open the panel underneath. Now we need to shut the water off, and we also need to disconnect the hose. This one here shouldn't be too tight, so just a small wrench will do it. Next step for me is disconnecting the sink. So we got to take off the 2 traps, and we're also going to remove the garbage disposal. Loosen up that hose clamp and you can remove the drain. Now there's a quick connect on these garbage disposal. You just twist it and it'll drop right off. I will not be reinstalling a garbage disposal. These things, they're just trouble. Now just enjoy a quick time lapse of me removing countertops. Yeah, that looked easy, but it was actually pretty heavy and kind of a pain in the butt. Now, moving forward, let's take care of the backsplash. I'm going to use my Snap Fresh multi-tool, and I'm going to cut the bottom, and I'm going to cut the top of the drywall, and I'm going to be able to grab hold of it, and I can just rip it off, just like this. It comes off in big chunks. You all know the transformation that can happen when you paint your cabinets and trim. And too often people just run in and start painting. Just like so many things, prep is by far the most important part. So let's start by removing the hardware and let's get ready to prep. Taping is the easy part. Don't complicate it. Don't make it too hard. Since it's the winter right now in Minnesota, we cannot take all this hardware off, so we have to tape. The tip I have for you here, tape big and then use your razor and cut it off on the perfect line. And again, I remind you, it's just tape. Don't complicate it. While we're right here, you can see that I have a white window frame. So in that case, I plastic off the whole window and I don't complicate it. Here, I can just show you how I cut around the actual tape around the window. Everyone's windows are a little bit different, so you just kind of have to cover them accordingly. So another method is you can just tape the backside of the frame and then you can put paper or plastic there to kind of cover it up. Now let's go back to prepping the wood. Now we're going to get the sanding block out and knock down any of the imperfections or just high points. We are not going to be getting the sander out. That is not at all necessary. Now, before you hit it with the primer, just hit it with a quick vacuum and then you can start spraying. Or if you prefer to roll or use the brush. All right, now give the primer 24 hours to dry and we got more prep to do. Now, whichever way you chose to apply the primer, it's going to leave a high point, so we got to sand it down again. Now, just like at the beginning, it's another soft sand. Don't get aggressive. Now, the last thing we need to do before painting is we got to fill in these imperfections here that I'm pointing at with caulk. Here's the primer I use. You can get it at Sherwin-Williams or Home Depot. All this applies to any wood you have in the house, so if you're ready to paint your kitchen cabinets, let's get after it. Most of the homes that were built prior to like 2008 did not have an adequate amount of light in each room. So today I'd like to show you how we resolve that in this room. This little back room off of our living room is going to have a bar in it, so we need to have some extra light. Based on our layout, this is where our light switch can go. So let's do some fishing. That's what this is called, a fishing table. So we know that our outlet is hot, so we're going to take power from that, and we're going to run a wire from the outlet to our first light. From that light junction, we're going to run another wire right down to our switch. So now we have a hot light and a switch that's going to break that circuit. So as I'm demonstrating here, the fishing part is the hardest part. The key is getting access to it and getting a visual on things. Don't be afraid to make a hole in the drywall. Taping and mudding, that's easy. You can take care of that, no problem. I can promise fixing drywall is going to be a lot easier than trying to go fishing blind. Now with the junction box on the first light there, I can run power to the second light. So for us, adding 2 little can lights to this little bar area was more than enough. These LEDs are so bright and they use such little power, you don't really have a whole lot to worry about. Now's a good time to mention that we demoed the fireplace mantle. Of course, there will be more to come on that. We also have the primary bathroom base put in for the shower. Next step for that is rockboard and waterproofing. Originally, this was a dining room filled with cabinets, so we decided on that back wall, we're going to remove the cabinets and we're going to install an accent wall. I'm going to try to throw in a time lapse of that too. Now that we got those little talks out of the way, let's jump over to the primary bathroom again and catch up there. So we got to remove a bunch of this subfloor. We're going to take that water line that was for that tub and we're going to add it over to the other side so we can have a dual vanity. As you can tell by the fact that there is no more natural light, that job sucked. It took a while. And now for the fun part, drywall. I'm kidding. To be honest, I didn't really film much of the drywalling process. To be honest, I don't like drywalling. It's not fun for me. Same with taping and mudding. I don't do taping and mudding. We hired that out. Call me a cheater. That's fine. Once the taping and mudding was done, then we could start painting. That I can do. The amount of wallpaper they put in this house was just disgusting. Thankfully, this is the last room and it's just a border, so it's not going to be too bad. However, if you know anything about today's trends, wallpaper's back. My absolute favorite part of any renovation has to do with tiling. Well, everything to do with tiling. I very much enjoy it. When we flip houses, it's a full-on family operation. Our son Callan loves to be hands-on. He likes to be a part of it, and he likes to just ask a lot of questions. My wife is the real estate broker and designer. Like I said, the kid wants it. He wants to be a part of it. He wants to help, and you gotta let him help. He's so eager, right? And I better not hear anything from the parent police. Keep your comments to yourself if you have nothing nice to say. And here are the kids and the dog helping me tile. It's been a minute since we talked about the kitchen. We got that all painted up, got everything put back together, got the handles on. Now we're installing the backsplash, getting that grout done. The primary bathroom is gonna have a herringbone tile. And look at that, we got some wildlife. And the other main floor bathroom has got these hexagons. That's kind of satisfying. It wasn't as satisfying installing it, I'll tell you that. However, now that it's done, yeah, it's my favorite. We ordered some new cabinets for the primary bathroom. We even got a makeup vanity over there that overlooks that nice field. And all this natural light in this bathroom, it is amazing. The very last part for our renovations is staging and getting ready for photos. You gotta have everything perfect all the time. So now you can go back to the beginning of the video to see what it was like when we took over.
Wanna say